On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples.
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples.
Scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples.
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples.
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly, with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples.
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Adventure.
A journey or a series of events that is unusual, exciting, or dangerous.
Examples.
Gastronomic adventures. Adventure film. He sailed the Atlantic Ocean multiple times during his adventures.
Crystal.
A solid material with many even sides that is formed naturally when the substance becomes solid and has a highly regular atomic structure. Clear and colorless glass made of almost pure silica.
Examples.
Liquid crystal. Crystal analyses. A vast crystal chandelier glittered brightly above us.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples.
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Insect.
Any small creature that has 6 legs and a body divided into 3 sections.
Examples.
Insect antenna. Insect biology. These insects are more prevalent above a certain latitude.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples.
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
a politician in the ruling party, a corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
exciting football player, exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Landing.
The act of coming to rest on the ground or another surface after being in flight or jumping, a platform or area of ground where a plane or spacecraft can come to rest.
Examples:
landing gear, emergency landing. The plane made a rough landing, and everyone clapped once we came to a stop.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
human evolution, evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
medicinal chemistry, traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Archaeology.
The branch of anthropology that studies prehistoric people and their cultures.
Examples:
the Institute of Archaeology, prehistoric archaeology. She teaches archaeology at the local university.
Diverge.
To move or extend in different directions from a common point, to branch off or deviate from a path or course.
Examples:
diverge from tradition, diverge from the main topic. As tectonic plates diverge, new oceanic crust is formed along mid-ocean ridges.
Significance.
The importance or value attached to something, the quality of being significant or noteworthy.
Examples:
significance level, mystical significance. The significance of his discovery cannot be overstated.
Plague.
Any epidemic disease with a high death rate, also called pest, a serious, sometimes fatal, infection spread by rats that causes fever and swellings on the body.
Examples:
catch the plague, deadly plague. Our farm experienced a plague of locusts this year.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard, survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Mutation.
The way in which genes of a person, plant, animal, or other organism change and produce permanent differences.
Examples:
mutation of DNA, hereditary mutation. Radiation often promotes genetic mutations in plants and animals.
Receptor.
An organ having nerve endings that respond to stimulation such as heat or cold and makes the body react in a particular way.
Examples:
cellular receptor, receptor for HIV in humans. Hay fever occurs when a substance called histamine binds to receptors in the nose and eyes.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
passé entertainment, passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
population change, labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Rage.
A strong feeling of anger or violence.
Examples:
uncontrollable rage, fall into a rage. She was filled with a burning rage at the injustice she had witnessed.
Malaria.
A severe disease caused by a parasite that is spread by the bite of an infected mosquito.
Examples:
malaria mosquitoes, malaria endemic area. Many people in tropical countries die from malaria every year.
Sickle.
A tool consisting of a short curved blade with a handle, used for cutting grass or grain, also a symbol associated with harvest or death.
Examples:
sickle-shaped moon, harvest sickle. The blade of the sickle glinted in the sunlight as he swung it back and forth.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Toast.
Slices of bread browned on both sides that have been put near a high heat, a drink in honor of or to the health of a person or even.
Examples:
drink a toast, slice of toast. We made a toast with everyone.
Crick.
Sharp pain or stiffness in the neck or back that typically results from a sudden twisting or wrenching movement.
Examples:
stiff crick, Crick in the back. I woke up with a crick in my neck from sleeping in an awkward position.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Nifty.
Attractive and stylish, clever and ingenious, neat and handy.
Examples:
Nifty gadget. Nifty idea. The car has a nifty feature that alerts you when you're about to veer off the road.
Abundant.
Present in great quantity.
Examples:
Live an abundant life. An abundant supply of water. The country has abundant oil and natural gas resources.
Cockroach.
A flat, brown or black, chiefly nocturnal insects sometimes found in the home.
Examples:
Cockroach killer. Have a cockroach phobia. Cockroaches sometimes cause allergic reactions in humans.
Trillion.
The number 1 trillion, a million million.
Examples:
Trillion cubic feet. Many trillions of dollars. 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles.
Amoeba.
A single-celled organism that typically has the shape of a small, round blob and moves by means of temporary projections, called pseudopodia.
Examples:
Amoeba culture. Amoeba movement. The pathogenetic amoeba moved by extending and retracting its pseudopodia.
Dup.
To give someone or something an unofficial name or nickname, to provide movies with a voice of a foreign language.
Examples:
Dub the film in English. Dub data. We dubbed him Iron Man because of his toughness.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Genome.
The complete set or sequence of genes of a human, animal, plant, or other living things.
Examples:
Sequencing of the human genome. Genome analyses. The human genome contains approximately 3 billion chemical base pairs.
Efficient.
Performing at the highest level of productivity with the least wasted effort or resources, capable of achieving maximum output with minimum wasted effort, time, or materials.
Examples:
Efficient operation. Energy efficient appliances. The new washing machine is much more efficient than the old one.
Storage.
The act or process of putting in and keeping something in a particular place for use in the future, an electronic memory device that can store information.
Examples:
A storage battery. Storage at low temperature. We store customer data in cloud storage.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Funk.
A feeling of sadness or depression, a low or unenergetic mood, a type of music that combines jazz, soul, and R&B.
Examples:
Funk music. Get in a funk. When she heard about her friend's illness, she fell into a deep funk that lasted for days.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
Nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Reactor.
A device or structure that is designed to contain a controlled nuclear chain reaction, producing heat or power. A device that initiates, drives, or controls a specific chemical reaction or process.
Examples:
Reactor meltdown. Breeder reactor. The nuclear reactor was shut down for maintenance and safety checks.
Microscope.
An instrument used to see objects or substances that are too small to be seen with the naked eye.
Examples:
Microscope slide. Electron microscope. I used an optical microscope to observe the small organisms in the water sample.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Radiology.
The branch of medicine that uses medical imaging technologies such as X-rays, CT scans, MRIs, and ultrasound to diagnose and treat diseases and injuries.
Examples:
Interventional radiology, diagnostic radiology. The patient underwent a radiology scan to diagnose their medical condition.
Backstroke.
A swimming stroke performed on one's back, in which the arms are alternately raised over the head and pulled through the water while the legs move in a flutter kick.
Examples:
Win with backstroke, perfect backstroke. I swam the backstroke for the entire length of the pool.
Chromosome.
A long and string-like DNA molecule containing the part or all of the genetic material of an organism that controls what an animal or plant is like.
Examples:
A sex chromosome, the end of chromosome. Human females normally have 2 X chromosomes.
Stitch.
One of the tiny thread lines visible on a piece of fabric after it has been sewn.
Examples:
A stitch in a garment, pattern stitch. The wound was so deep that it needed a surgical procedure and stitches.
Radiation.
The energy that comes from a nuclear reaction in the form of rays, waves, or particles, and that can be hazardous to health.
Examples:
Exposure to radiation, electromagnetic radiation. He tried every possible treatment, including chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
Hint.
An indirect suggestion, a slight but appreciable amount of something.
Examples:
Hint of trouble, helpful hints. There was no hint of a problem.
Diverse.
Including numerous categories of individuals or entities, various.
Examples:
Diverse backgrounds, a person of diverse talents. New York is a city with a diverse ethnic population.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth, on a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Trench.
A long, deep ditch made in the ground, usually parallel to a plate boundary and marking a subduction zone. A long ditch built in the ground for carrying away water.
Examples:
Deep sea trench, trench excavator. A trench was being dug alongside the road by workers.
Odd.
Strange or unexpected, not divisible by 2.
Examples:
In an odd way, odd behavior. His grandfather was an odd man.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples.
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Battery.
A device that is placed inside a car, gadget, equipment, etc., and that provides electrical power to them.
Examples.
A dry battery. Battery charging. The engine did not start because the battery was flat.
Acid.
Sour, water-soluble chemicals with a sour flavor, any of a variety of generally liquid compounds capable of reacting with and occasionally dissolving other materials.
Examples.
An acid reaction. Good source of essential amino acids. During pregnancy, the stomach generates less acid than usual.
Excrete.
To discharge waste matter, such as urine or feces, from the body or a cell or gland.
Examples.
Excrete a sticky liquid. Excrete waste products. The body excretes excess salt through urine to maintain proper electrolyte balance.
Sulfur.
Also sulfur, a chemical element with the symbol S and atomic number 16, found in many minerals and sulfur compounds, often used in the production of fertilizers, rubber, paper, and other industrial applications.
Examples.
Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur mine. The sulfur emissions from the nearby factory caused the rotten egg smell.
Archaea.
A group of single-celled microorganisms distinguished from bacteria by their unique cell wall structure and biochemical characteristics, which are found in extreme environments such as hot springs and salt flats.
Examples.
Archaea microorganism. Thermophile archaea. The study of archaea is important for understanding the origins of life on Earth.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples.
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Melt.
To turn from something solid into something soft or liquid as a result of heating.
Examples.
Melt the ice. Melt down gold. Her resistance melted under his persuasion.
Whale.
A very large sea mammal that has a streamlined body and breathes through a blowhole on the head. A very large person, impressive in size or qualities.
Examples.
A bull whale. Whale watching. Some countries have a culture of eating the flesh of a whale.
Dolphin.
A marine mammal that typically has a beak-like snout, a streamlined body, and flippers, and that feeds on fish and squid.
Examples:
Dolphin show. Dolphin watching tour. The large group of dolphins swam gracefully in the ocean, jumping out of the water now and then.
Temporal.
Of or relating to time as opposed to eternity.
Examples:
A temporal restriction. Temporal history. The temporal nature of the universe is a subject of much debate among scientists.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Conservation.
The protection of something important, such as the natural environment or artificial structures, especially from the damaging effects of human activity.
Examples:
Soil conservation. The conservation law of physics. The forest was recently designated a conservation area.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Naturally.
As might be expected, by natural manners.
Examples:
Naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Fertilize.
To cause an egg, female animal, or plant to develop by joining sperm from the male with them. To add a natural or chemical substance to land to make plants grow well.
Examples:
Fertilize the soil. Fertilize the female egg. The couple decided to use the non-husband's sperm to fertilize a wife.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Reprogram.
To modify or recreate a program.
Examples:
Reprogram a device. Reprogram a database. He reprogrammed the computer's operating system to remove the safeguard.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Eland.
A species of large African antelope known for its long, spiraled horns and being one of the slowest-running antelopes.
Examples:
Eland population. African eland. The eland herd moved gracefully across the savanna at dawn.
Bless.
To make or pronounce holy, to hallow, to consecrate, to sanctify.
Examples:
Bless him in my heart. Bless you. The priest blessed the couple as they knelt before him.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate.
Examples:
Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Dodo.
A flightless bird that was endemic to the island of Mauritius, characterized by its stout body, small wings, and hooked beak, an extinct bird species that was last seen in the late 17th century.
Examples:
Dodo population. Extinct dodo. The last known sighting of a flightless dodo was recorded in the late 17th century.
Primordial.
Existing from the beginning of time or the start of a particular process, relating to the earliest stage of the universe.
Examples:
Primordial forms of life. Primordial gas. The discovery of the primordial soup was a crucial step in understanding the origins of life on Earth.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language. Earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Ooze.
To flow or seep out slowly, often in a thick, viscous manner, to exude or emit slowly and steadily.
Examples:
Ooze from the speakers. Ooze with confidence. The wound on his leg continued to ooze blood even after he applied pressure.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples:
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Boring.
Lacking interest or excitement, tedious or dull.
Examples:
Boring work. Boring day. The lecture was so boring that many people fell asleep.
Neat.
Clean or tidy, with everything in its place.
Examples:
A neat piece of work. Neat idea. She has neat habits.
Ebola.
A highly contagious and often fatal viral disease that causes severe fever and internal bleeding, primarily occurring in remote areas of Central and West Africa.
Examples:
Ebola epidemic. Ebola virus. The Ebola outbreak in West Africa caused widespread panic and fear.
Deadly.
Likely to cause or capable of causing death.
Examples:
Fight against the deadly disease. A deadly weapon. The members of religious organizations released deadly poisonous gas on a subway train.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Floppy.
Not stiff or firm, hanging loosely.
Examples:
Floppy infant, floppy hat. The puppy's ears were still too long and floppy for its head.
Disc.
A flat, circular plate, typically made of metal, glass, or plastic, used for storing data or playing music.
Examples:
Disk drive, disk space. The computer's hard disk was full, so she had to delete some files.
Absorb.
To take in a fluid or other substance gradually.
Examples:
Absorb energy, absorb a shock. The sponge absorbs water well.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
Execute a bold strategy. Execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Thump.
To strike or hit heavily or repeatedly, often with a dull, resonating sound, to pound or beat forcefully.
Examples:
Thump on the back. Thump a blistering shot. I heard someone thump on the door, and when I opened it, no one was there.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Bloom.
A flower, especially one having showy or colorful parts, the best time of youth.
Examples:
Bloom in autumn. Black and white blooms. The cherry blossoms in the park were in full bloom.
Hemophilia.
A genetic disorder in which the ability of the blood to clot is severely reduced, resulting in excessive bleeding and bruising.
Examples:
Hemophilia treatment. Hemophilia diagnosis. He inherited hemophilia from his mother and suffers from frequent bleeding.
Influenza.
Formal for flu, a highly contagious viral disease that causes fever, severe aching, and catarrh and often occurs in epidemics.
Examples:
An epidemic outbreak of influenza. Influenza B strain. The research institute allocated a lot of money to study the cause and prevention of influenza.
Vaccine.
A substance that is put into the body and protects them from disease by causing them to produce antibodies, equals proteins that attack harmful bacteria, viruses, etc.
Examples.
Development of vaccines. An oral vaccine. The mRNA vaccine was approved in less than a year because it did not contain the fragments of the target virus.
Biomaterial.
A substance, usually synthetic, that is used for medical or veterinary purposes and is designed to mimic or replace biological tissues.
Examples.
Biomaterial development. Biomaterials industry. The new biomaterials used in implants are more durable and less likely to cause an immune response.
Polyester.
A synthetic fabric consisting of polymers typically derived from petroleum, characterized by its durability, wrinkle resistance, and easy care properties.
Examples.
Polyester fabric. Polyester blend. The jacket's exterior was made of polyester, while the interior was lined with warm and cozy fleece.
Silk.
A fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber produced by silkworms in making cocoons and collected to make thread and fabric.
Examples.
Silk road. Silk fabric. She wore a silk dress to the party.
Outlay.
An amount of money that is expended or spent, particularly on a specific project or purchase.
Examples.
Outlay budget. Capital outlay. The outlay for the new marketing campaign was significant but worth it.
Literature.
Written works, such as novels, plays, poems, or short stories that are considered to have artistic or intellectual value.
Examples.
Popular literature. Review of the literature. The literature of the Romantic period is known for its emotion and imagination.
Cliff.
A steep rock face, especially one at the edge of the sea or a river.
Examples.
A bold cliff. Cliff diving. He stood at the edge of the cliff and looked out to sea.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples.
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples.
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Embryo.
An animal organism in the early stages of growth, either in its mother's womb or in an egg, or a plant that is developing in a seed.
Examples:
Destruction of human embryos. Embryo cloning. Our latest project is still at the embryo stage.
Lizard.
A reptile that has a relatively long body, 2 pairs of legs, and a tapering tail.
Examples:
Giant lizard. Lizard leather. The lizard's tail regenerates if severed.
Regrow.
To grow back or regenerate after being cut or removed, such as cells or tissues in the body, or plants and vegetation.
Examples:
Regrow hair. Regrow vegetation. Lizards can regrow their tails if they are cut off.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between 2 sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb: to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Chick.
A baby bird, especially a young chicken.
Examples:
Baby chick. Chick sorting. The majority of the chicks are raised on local family farms.
Differentiate.
To recognize or establish as being distinct, to distinguish between things that are compared, to calculate a derivative.
Examples:
Differentiate between fact and fiction. Differentiate a function. The teacher asked the students to differentiate between the 2 similar species of birds.
Undifferentiated.
Having few or no clear distinctive characters, of cells, not having specialized or mature structures or functions.
Examples:
Undifferentiated cells. Undifferentiated market. The infant makes undifferentiated reflex responses to stimuli.
Stomach.
The internal organ in the body where food is digested, situated in the abdomen, the part of the body below the chest that contains the stomach.
Examples:
Upset stomach. Stomach virus. I have a stomach ache after overeating junk food.
Pancreas.
A glandular organ in the digestive system that produces several important hormones, including insulin and glucagon, as well as digestive enzymes that help break down food in the small intestine.
Examples:
Pancreas inflammation. Pancreas function. The endocrine function of the pancreas involves the secretion of hormones such as insulin.
Wander.
To walk around slowly or to a place, often without any clear purpose or direction.
Examples:
Wander alone in a strange country. Wander far from home. I often wander around the park for half an hour.
Differ.
To be not like someone or something in some way.
Examples:
Differ from the majority. Differ according to species. The two products differed in their quality and price.
Expression.
The act of conveying thoughts, feelings, or ideas using words, facial expressions, body language, or art, a look or gesture that conveys a particular emotion or mood.
Examples:
Artistic expression. Expression of interest. His facial expression showed a mix of surprise and confusion.
Punctuate.
To insert punctuation marks, equals comma, period, colon, etc., in the text, to interrupt periodically.
Examples:
Punctuate a sentence. Punctuate his talk. Strikes had also punctuated the preceding weeks.
Declarative.
Relating to or functioning as a statement or assertion, making a declaration or assertion.
Examples:
Declarative statement. Declarative programming language. Using a declarative tone, the teacher clarified that cheating was not tolerated.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples:
Privacy abuse. Trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples:
Insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Leukemia.
A type of cancer that affects the blood and bone marrow, in which abnormal white blood cells are produced and grow uncontrollably.
Examples:
Childhood leukemia, acute leukemia. The symptoms of leukemia may include fatigue, weakness, and fever.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Syndrome.
A group of signs and symptoms that occur together and are characteristic of a particular condition or disorder.
Examples:
Syndrome of dementia, acute syndrome. The patient was diagnosed with a rare genetic syndrome.
Breast.
Either of the two round soft parts of a woman's chest which secrete milk after childbirth.
Examples:
Breast cancer. The mountain's breast. He grilled the breast meat of a chicken.
Prediction.
The act of predicting the future by reasoning, a statement made about the future.
Examples:
Make my predictions. Gloomy predictions. These results muddied the prediction.
Repository.
A place where things are stored in large quantities and can be found.
Examples:
Wine repository. Repository of useful knowledge. The ocean is a rich repository of natural resources.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Volume.
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Compound.
An item composed of two or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of two or more elements.
Examples:
Aquatic compound. Harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Generate.
To produce or create something, to make offspring by reproduction.
Examples:
Generate more electricity. Generate $100 a month. The economic stimulation program would generate a lot of new jobs.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Deposit.
A sum of money or materials placed or kept in a bank, safety deposit box, or other secure places for safekeeping, a layer of rock, sand, or other material left behind by a flowing liquid or eroding force.
Examples:
Deposit money. Deposit accumulation. I made a deposit at the bank to add money to my account.
Exponential.
Becoming more and more rapid, of or involving mathematical exponents.
Examples:
Exponential growth. Exponential function. Since the 1990s, the Internet has continued to experience exponential growth.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Literate.
Having the ability to read and write, possessing knowledge or understanding of a particular subject or topic.
Examples:
Literate population. Digitally literate. Being literate in multiple languages can open up many opportunities for travel and work.
Jersey.
A knitted garment typically made of wool or cotton, worn as a shirt or pullover.
Examples:
jersey material, fabric of the jersey. I always wear my favorite basketball player's jersey to the games.
Empire.
A group of countries ruled by one leader or government.
Examples:
empire building, empire of the Maya. He has built a thriving e-commerce empire.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
an intelligence test, field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
County.
An administrative division of a country or state, typically one of several comprising a larger division.
Examples:
county seat, throughout the county. The county's population has been increasing rapidly in recent years.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
specific instructions, industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Zip.
A fastener made of interlocking teeth or ridges that is used to join two edges or pieces of fabric, a sound or motion that resembles the sound made by a zipper when it is pulled, of a computer, a popular file compression and archiving format, short for Zone Improvement Plan, a system of postal codes used in the United States to help facilitate mail delivery more efficiently.
Examples:
zip code, zip file. She put her phone in the zip pocket of her backpack.
Triangle.
A three-sided polygon with three angles, something that has three sides or parts.
Examples:
triangle shape, love triangle. The Pythagorean theorem is used to calculate the length of the sides of a right triangle.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation-state, a seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
majority of his wealth, material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Contiguous.
Sharing a common boundary, touching, adjacent.
Examples:
contiguous territory, contiguous numbers. The contiguous states are connected by land.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture, intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Poorest.
Having the least wealth or resources.
Examples:
Poorest of the poor. Poorest area. The poorest countries in the world often have the highest rates of malnutrition.
Productive.
Resulting in or making a lot or a significant amount of something, especially something of value.
Examples:
Low productive capacity. Productive meeting. The new employee proved extremely productive, completing projects ahead of schedule.
Writ.
A written legal order or command.
Examples:
A writ of summons. Issue a writ. He was served with a writ of eviction, giving him the notice to vacate the property.
Cuckoo.
A bird of the cuculity family, known for its distinctive call. Informally, a person who is crazy, eccentric, or foolish.
Examples:
Cuckoo clock. Cuckoo in the nest. The cuckoo bird's call echoed through the forest.
Landlocked.
Referring to a country or region that is surrounded by land with no direct access to the sea or ocean.
Examples:
Landlocked lake. Landlocked region. The landlocked country needed more access to ports and trade routes.
Diamond.
A precious stone made from pure carbon, typically transparent and colorless, but possibly tinted in various colors. A shape or arrangement resembling the geometric form of a diamond.
Examples:
Diamond ring. Diamond necklace. The engagement ring was adorned with a large, sparkling diamond.
Differential.
An amount, value, or size of the difference between things that are compared. Adjective, relating to or showing a difference.
Examples:
Differential wages. Differential equation. The two countries pledged to maintain the differential between their two currencies.
Productivity.
The state or quality of being productive, the rate at which a company or individual produces goods or services, often measured in terms of output per unit of input, such as labor, capital, or time.
Examples:
Productivity growth. Improved productivity. She increased her productivity by planning out her tasks for the day.
Patent.
A legal document that grants an inventor exclusive rights to their invention for a certain period of time, the invention or process for which a patent has been granted.
Examples:
Patent application. Patent law. The company has filed for a patent to protect its new invention.
Inflation.
A general and progressive increase in prices. Cosmology, a theory of the exponential expansion of space in the early universe, the act of filling something with air.
Examples:
Inflation control, global inflation. Investment in index funds can often be a hedge against inflation.
Privatize.
To transfer ownership or control of a business or industry from government or public control to private ownership or control. To make something into a private enterprise or organization.
Examples:
Privatize post offices. Privatize healthcare. The government wants to privatize specific industries to boost their efficiency.
Ivy.
An evergreen climbing or ground creeping woody plant that often grows up trees or buildings.
Examples:
Poison ivy. Ivy plant. The overgrown ivy cleaved to the ruined castle walls.
League.
An association of sports teams who compete against each other, an obsolete unit of distance of variable length, equal to about 3 miles or 4,000 meters.
Examples:
League championship. A baseball league. He was recruited to play in the professional league.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Serf.
A person in feudal society who is bound to work on a lord's land and owes allegiance to the lord, a person who is subjected to a tyrannical or oppressive authority.
Examples:
Serf labor. Medieval serfs. My history class discussed the serf-based economy that dominated Europe during the Middle Ages.
Shareholder.
A person who owns shares of stock in a company or business and therefore gets the company's profit and has the right to control the company.
Examples:
The shareholders' meeting. Gain shareholder approval. Our company is committed to increasing shareholder value.
Educated.
Having received a high standard of education.
Examples:
Educated adult. Educated speech. Excellent speech is a characteristic of an educated man.
Foment.
To encourage or promote the development or growth of something, especially negative or harmful situations like unrest, rebellion, or conflict. To instigate or provoke.
Examples:
Foment unrest. Foment rebellion. The politician's inflammatory speech was intended to foment unrest among the population.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol C that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples:
Silicon wafer. Crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
Integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Circuit.
In electrical engineering, an electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow, a journey or route around a particular place or area.
Examples:
Circuit breaker. Federal Circuit courts. An intelligent battery has a voltage monitoring circuit.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into two or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
Split a bill. Split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Secede.
To withdraw or break away from a larger group or organization, especially when it involves political or territorial separation. To formally separate or secede.
Examples:
Secede from the union. Secede from the organization. The island nation successfully seceded from its former colonizers and became a sovereign state.
Succeed.
To accomplish or achieve a desired or intended result or goal. To prosper or attain success in a given field or endeavor.
Examples:
Succeed beyond expectations. Succeed academically. I hope to succeed in my career and live a happy life.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
fragment of a text, a broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Sovereign.
A king or queen.
Examples:
sovereign wealth fund, a sovereign state. King George was the sovereign of England.
Fusion.
The process of combining two or more things to form a single entity.
Examples:
heat fusion, fusion cuisine. Nuclear fusion is a process in which atomic nuclei combine to form heavier nuclei.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Moderator.
A person or thing that moderates or regulates something, such as a discussion or forum, a device or mechanism that controls or regulates the speed, temperature, or other variables of a process or operation.
Examples:
moderator role, forum moderator. The moderator of the panel discussion kept the conversation on track and orderly.